On June 20th and 21st, 2026, and on behalf of Lust for Life, I'll be riding the Mondello 24-hour challenge. And this is the bike I'll be riding. Built from the ground up with only one purpose in mind, to do 500 kilometers in just 24 hours. Let's have a closer look at the bike.
I want to preface this by saying I'm no bike mechanic or bike building expert. I only got into cycling during COVID and this is only my second bike build, so bear that in mind. If you want to see how my first bike build went, you can watch that on another YouTube video I did, which shows a real detailed step-by-step guide to how I built that, what went well, what went wrong, and this bike was a very similar process. But let's have a look at some of the components I used on this particular build. The frame is a Serif TTX65. It's from a factory in China called Tantan. They do fully custom colors and design that you send to them. They'll send you back some PDF proofs to make sure everyone's happy. And we're looking here at some of the pictures and video they sent before shipping the frame. It's got a T47 bottom bracket, and the two frames I've got from them and the one frame my brother-in-law got, the treads on those T47s have been really clean and been a good fit. The only issue in all the frames really has been that the brake mounts need facing due to some paint spray overrun. Other than that, I've not had a problem with any of them. For wheels, I grabbed a set of Elite Drive Helix 68D SS in their Black Friday sale. 68D stands for the depth, and that varies from, because of the wavy nature of the wheels, it varies from 62 to 68 on the rear, and the front varies from 55 to 61. They are steel spokes as opposed to carbon, because from what I understand, the steel spokes will give a more comfortable ride. And they are hooked wheels. I do not trust hookless, and I do not have them set up tubeless. I use TPU inner tubes. The cranks are a Magene PES 515 165mm crank length with a built-in power meter, and those are Asioma power pedals mounted to those as well, so I'll have two power meters on the day, because in my mind, knowing what power I'm putting out consistently throughout the day is going to be important to manage the effort. I've paired that with a PassQuest 58 tooth chainring, and the idea of that was I'm not going to need a 2x system on this particular course, and I want to keep that chain line as straight as possible and keep it in the middle of the cassette at the back, just for those little efficiency gains. And yeah, at a 58 tooth, that'll keep me at a comfortable cadence for the day. The rest of the drivetrain comprises this wheel top EDS TX wireless derailleur and shifters with hydraulic brakes. Obviously I've removed the front derailleur for the 1x setup, and this is a system that I already owned and had on another bike, so I just removed it and fitted to this one. And the beauty of the wheel top is it will run anything from a 3-speed up to a 13-speed, I believe, and you can adjust all that in the app. It can be frustrating setup, but once it's set up, it does run pretty smoothly. And that's paired then with a Shimano 11 to 34 cassette and a Shimano chain, and everything there seems to be running pretty good. And finally on to the cockpit, which might raise a few eyebrows. I've gone with this Redshift suspension stem and Redshift kitchen sink front handlebar with their grips that they use for the tops and drops. I have this handlebar fitted on a gravel bike for over a year, and I love it. It gives so many different hand positions that you can take up. It's so comfortable. Everything about it I just enjoy. Now, is it the most aero? No. Is it the lightest? No. But on the day, I don't think any of that will matter as much as comfort, and that's what I've decided to go for. In the long run, I will be taking it off this bike, putting it back on my gravel bike, and the proper aero cockpit that came with this bike will get fitted to it. But for this particular event, I actually think this is the best way to go. It also gives me that little pouch up front, which allows me to have that little bit of extra storage. It might even just be for a battery charger for the head unit, which will be a hammerhead head unit is what I use. I'll be able to put a snack or two or a gel or two in there. So again, just handy to have that little bit of storage there as well. So for my mind, the way the suspension stem absorbs the bit of road noise just gives that little bit of comfort. The extra hand positions, the comfort of those grips. Yeah, all in all, for me, I think this is the best option for me. So there you have it. My build for the Mondello 24 challenge and some of my thought process behind the build. I hope you like some of the things I've done, and I'm sure there's plenty you would do differently yourself, or probably have done differently yourself. And that's a good thing, because in cycling we should be able to do it our own way, whatever we feel best suits us personally. More importantly, I hope you consider clicking the link below to learn more about the charity that I'm riding for, A Lust for Life. I really think it's a worthwhile cause. They're providing much needed attention on mental health, particularly for those young in our society, even at a school age, helping them to deal with what they may be going through at the moment or what they may face further on in life, and how to cope and deal with those things. So consider giving it a click, reading about it, and even the smallest donation would help an awful lot. For everyone else partaking in the Mondello 24 challenge, I wish you all the best. I hope you can all reach whatever targets, personal goals you've set yourself. As already mentioned, my goal is 500 kilometers. I'm excited about it, but I'm also very nervous about it. So any support would be much appreciated. Thank you.